Liz Cheney is down 30 points in her Wyoming primary, and Adam Kinzinger admits Trump won. We're going to unpack Liz Cheney's final closing argument. The election's right around the corner, and she's got a lot to say. We've been following her, of course, through the J6 committees. Very anti-Donald Trump, but it seems like Donald Trump may emerge victoriously, as both Adam Kinzinger and Liz Cheney are not a part of the January 6th committee next year, if this election does not go her way. And so first and foremost, after Trump's residence got invaded by the FBI, Liz Cheney, as usual, came out and published a statement that is very Liz Cheney. She said the following. She said, America, I have been ashamed to hear members of my party, like the many Republicans we just listened to, attacking the integrity of the FBI agents involved with the recent Mar-a-Lago search. These are sickening comments that put the lives of patriotic public servants at risk. All right, so, well, I think the FBI has done enough to attack its own credibility throughout many different stories that we've covered, but that is Liz Cheney, and so her statement is pretty typical. Now, something interesting happened as she came out. The Wyoming primary is right around the corner, and she published this statement on YouTube. And here it is. We're going to listen to just a little bit of it.
As election day.
Hold on. This is our closing argument from Liz Cheney. And I know it's Friday. Hopefully, it's a Friday thing. Hopefully, you've got your cocktail or whatever you need to do to suffer through. We'll do like 30 seconds of it just to get a taste. And then we're going to listen to the actual Wyoming voters. CNN went around Wyoming, and I was just there in Jackson Hole. It's a beautiful country. Beautiful, beautiful place. And they asked actual Wyoming people, what do you think of Liz Cheney? So here is her she calls it the Great Task. This is her memoir, I guess, final video before you go vote out there. Here she is. Kay Bean's in the chat and says, my goodness, she is one handsome man.
Years, I want to talk to citizens across our great state and all across our country.
Tell us, Liz.
America cannot remain free if we abandon the truth. The lie that the 2020 presidential election was stolen is insidious. It preys on those who love their country. It is a door Donald Trump opened to manipulate Americans to abandon their principles, to sacrifice their freedom, to justify violence, to ignore the rulings of our courts and the rule of law.
Mm-hmm.
This is Donald Trump's legacy.
You hear that music?
It cannot be the future of our nation. History has shown us over and over again how these types of poisonous lies destroy free nations. Like many candidates across this country, my opponents in Wyoming have said that the 2020 election was rigged and stolen. No one who understands our nation's laws, no one with an honest, honorable, genuine commitment to our Constitution would say that.
All right, enough.
Threatens our great republic.
He's a cancer that threatens our great republic. Okay, so you get the gist of it. How long? We made it 1 minute and 2 seconds. Pat yourselves on the back. We went over 1 minute, 60 seconds on that. Woo! All right, so let's catch our breaths and sort of get back to business. Okay, so that's Liz Cheney. Now, a bunch of Wyoming people are sitting there. They're going, oh gosh, we're doomed. But fortunately, you're not doomed. You have a very interesting candidate. Her name is Harriet Hageman. We'll listen to her response to a lot of this in a minute. But before we do have to take a look and see what actual Wyoming voters think of old Liz Cheney. CNN, they hit the airwaves out there, and this is what they found when they were sort of doing a man on the street little segment. They wanted to see what people had to say about her.
Cheney for
That's very loud. Let's turn that down.
Fourth term. Are you planning to vote for Liz Cheney?
Can I cuss? Hell no.
Are you planning to support Liz Cheney?
Absolutely not.
What are your thoughts about Liz Cheney running for a fourth term?
Personally, I think she's had three too many.
Keep in mind, in 2020, Donald Trump won about 70% of the vote in Wyoming. So Liz Cheney's work on the January 6th investigation isn't playing so well with many Wyoming voters.
She's done us dirty.
How so?
Oh, God. Look at how she's done Trump.
Yes.
I'm a Trump fan. I'm sorry.
So she lost your vote because of her role on the January 6th committee and what she's doing about Trump?
Yes. She's supposed to be supporting him. She's a Republican, for crying out loud.
I find her work on the January 6th committee just repulsive.
How do you feel about her work on the January 6th committee and her role?
It's all a hoax. It's all propaganda. Has nothing to do with anything. It's a witch hunt.
Well, she says she's defending what's important to people here in Wyoming, upholding the rule of law, defending the Constitution.
If that was the rule of law, why doesn't he have a defense team in that courtroom?
Very good question.
The rule of law.
Very good question. Where's the adversarial proceeding taking place? It isn't.
That's a kangaroo court. That's not the Wyoming way.
She has been an embarrassment. It's a witch hunt.
Are you proud of her for taking on Donald Trump?
No.
No, they're not proud. Enough. All right, so that's CNN. Now, this woman, I don't know if you, this woman is just
Trump.
outstanding.
How she's done Trump. I'm a Trump fan. I'm sorry.
So she lost your vote because of her role on the January 6th committee and what she's doing about Trump?
Yes. She's supposed to be supporting him. She's a Republican, for crying out loud.
She done us dirty. And, you know, you don't have to be sorry about that, young lady there. You don't have to be sorry at all. Just be proud. Say it loud from the rooftops. Now, here is Harriet Hageman, and good news for Wyoming. She is winning in the polls. This came out from WashingtonTimes.com. You can see August 11th. Sort of recent numbers we see here. Cheney trails the Trump-backed Republican challenger by nearly 30 points in the new poll. Here it is. Cheney's down by nearly 30 points. University of Wyoming came out, said on Tuesday, she's got a primary next week. 57% support Trump-endorsed Harriet Hageman versus 28% who backed Cheney, 10% undecided. So even if all 10% go over to Liz, not going to happen. The race for the Republican nomination appears to be a referendum on Cheney, as it often is. And you can see, right, just not working out well for her, which is not bad news for America. Here is Harriet Hageman. She came out. Here's what she had to say about all of this. And this is her campaign ad.
Republican Liz Cheney.
There's been an awful lot of noise this election. Candidates attacking each other, making things up, desperate for attention. Liz Cheney, she's made her time in Congress and this election all about her. Well, it's not about her. It's about you. Wyoming deserves a voice in Congress to fight for our values, our way of life. I'm Harriet Hageman. I approve this message because I want to fight for you.
All right, Harriet Hageman, you know where to go donate and vote for her. All right, and so now that all of this has sort of come to fruition, what do we have now? Finally, an acknowledgement from our friend Adam Kinzinger, who likes to cry. He's on the January 6th Select Committee, and he came out and he made this very interesting acknowledgement. And this was beautifully clipped by this gentleman here. His name is Mark Vargas. And apparently this is an exclusive interview with WGN News, a reporter, somebody by the name of Ben Bradley, over at WGN News. He's an anchor. He asks Representative Adam Kinzinger, as you can see here, right? He is on the J6 committee. He says, when you leave Congress here in a few months, Adam, in the Trump versus Kinzinger war, has Trump won? Kinzinger says the following. Now, this is a fast clip. This is just great. You're going to have to listen to the audio because they don't cut to Adam in the first part of it. But here's what he finally acknowledges.
But when you leave Congress here in just a few months, in the Trump versus Kinzinger war, has Trump won?
Yes. Yeah, he won.
But when you
Did you hear that? Now, they don't even show his face, but just listen to that sound. Actually, let's pull it up on this video because this is why Twitter video is just not any good. Here it is. Let's listen to that last little bit.
Yeah, he won.
He laughs. Listen.
Has Trump won?
Yes. Yeah, he won.
Did you hear that little? He goes, oh, yes. yeah, he won. He won big time, baby.
Kinzinger war. Has Trump won?
Yes. Yeah, he won.
Yeah, he won. Now, apparently he goes on to say, after the fact that for now, he won for now. And they're going to, I guess, stand on American democracy and regain power and eliminate Trump later or something. I don't even think they have any idea what they're doing. But that is Liz Cheney. She is down 30 points in the poll. Adam Kinzinger is now admitting Trump won. And we'll continue to follow that. Thank you for subscribing before you leave and for joining us on this journey.